Hear me okay? Who's that? Is it you? No. That was kind of surprise, huh? Yeah, you can get that and then you can talk. Just press that thing and you can speak.
Hello? Yo.
No, no, no. The microphone is down here. You don't have to touch anything else. Okay, everything is all set. Just grab it and then press the button and speak. Aloha.
Yep.
Okay, guys, before takeoff, couple things in the event of emergency. They're a very important thing, okay? Those who are sitting next to the door, locate the door handle. Okay, in the event of emergency, you got to open that door. Okay? Randy, you got two handles inside. You are responsible for that, okay? One on the elbow, one on the knee. Okay? Nothing happens, don't worry. Only the emergency time, when I tell you to do so, you can grab that handle. Okay? And John, on your left knee, below the window, there's a tiny one hidden there, okay? So just the location of it. And another Randy, what is that, Junior? Senior? It's right here, okay? And the fire extinguisher, right-hand corner of my seat. It's down here, okay? Aloha bag down here, back here. Aloha bag, right out here also. Anytime during the flight, if you become too uncomfortable, okay? Don't forget to grab that bag. And don't forget to say aloha if you're going to use it. Okay? That's why we call it the aloha bag here in the Hawaiian Islands. All right? And this is the interior camera. It's been videotaped since you came on. Okay? And I just switched it to the interior camera, so keep smiling. All right? After takeoff, we're going to continue going on the Aloha Ta'a Market, which is the vicinity of the Honolulu Harbor, and take you out to the Waikiki Beach area and all the way to the Diamond Head. The rest just get you around the island.
Waikiki. Hey, globe. Okay. Kukumamalea mamale. Aiki, how long have you been flying?
Since yesterday. This is the second flight for me. Yeah.
You're doing pretty well.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Anybody can do it. The problem is how to get down. You know, going up is easier, but coming down is a very difficult one.
That's why you wouldn't want to have a 70 in your aviation class, like a math class. You know, you're always worried about what 30% you didn't get right.
Exactly.
Down. Look at Luke's head. I mean, diving head up ahead.
Okay, first of all, we're over the Honolulu Harbor and a little island below us called the Sand Island. As you can see, lots of containers down here. About 90 to 95% of the shipment to the Hawaii is all receiving here at the Honolulu Harbor. From here, reboarded to the smaller barges and transported to the other islands of the Hawaiian Islands. Any strike on this cargo shipping company here, we're stuck. There's no goods coming to the Hawaii.
Were you part of that strike in California on the West Coast
Yes.
a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago?
Yeah, it was affecting the island too. Up ahead, Aloha Ta'a Marketplace and Financial District, downtown Honolulu. This area has been renovated about 3.5 years ago. And since then, a lot of restaurants being built in this Aloha Ta'a Marketplace and became a pretty popular place for the locals and the visitors to get a party up on here. They're here. Behind the building, small green hill, used to be a crater volcano called the Punchbowl National Cemetery of the Pacific today. 75,000 years ago, that was one of the active volcanoes that existed here on the island. Here in the city, currently 360,000 people lives in the city. On the island, 820,000. Coming up here on the left-hand side, Alamona Beach Park, Waikiki, all the way to the Diamond Head crater. How many of you remember the old TV show called Gilligan's Island? You see a harbor there? Opening scene, meaner departing out of the 3-hour tour. That was scene taken right there. Yes. End up at this island on the other side of the mountain off to the left. Later on, we're going to fly by it, okay? Which is called the Gilligan's Island. Alamona Beach Park off to the left. In the middle of December, we have Honolulu Marathon. This is the starting point. About 30,000 people run on that Honolulu Marathon. And to the right, this is the Gilligan's Island that the opening scene we're taking. Alawai Yacht Harbor, Waikiki Beach and hotels. Currently 100 hotels, 60 condominiums. Population about 12,000 here in the Waikiki versus the 20,000 visitors that are spending vacation here in Waikiki also.
Luke, film the spots.
It used to be all swamp around here. You know, Hawaiians used to grow a lot of vegetables. Okay, Waikiki Beach and hotels. Where's your hotel?
Hilton Hawaiian.
Oh, okay. Right down here, back here then. Diamond Head elevation about 734 feet above sea level. Just about 1 million years ago, Diamond Head became an extinct volcano here on the island.
Yo, Randy, this is where we walked all the way over here.
You can hike up to the lookouts also. If you can drive into the crater, park your car there and hike up to the lookouts. Normally it takes about 30 to 40 minutes to be able to hike up to the lookouts of Diamond Head. Randy coming up on
What's
your
that
side.
little theater down here to the right? This water
Oh, that's
theater.
the outdoor concert hall kind of. It's called the Waikiki Shell. A lot of concerts being held at the Waikiki Shell there.
Thank you.
You see the people hiking up and down there? Coming up off to the right of you? And some of the group of people up at the lookouts. Normally it takes about 30 to 40 minutes from the parking area off to the left and below us. Hawaiian name known as the Mount Leahi. United States Army Reserve Camp known as the Fort Rigger is also located in the Diamond Head crater as well as the right outside of the crater. Jim Neighbor lives around back here off to the right, Randy. He retired and he lives someplace here. This is the Kahala residential area, which is one of the most expensive homes that we have in the city today. Average price along the shore is about a $5 to $10 million homes around here. And the most expensive areas are here on the right-hand side, what we call the Black Point. Mountain range off to the left, this used to be a single island. The island of Oahu were basically formed by the two different islands, and this was one of them, which formed about 2.5 million years ago. The other one is located on the west side of the island, called the Waianae, formed about 3 million years ago. Between the two islands, due to the continuous activities of volcano, two islands are connected to each other and became single island of Oahu. Today, total land area of a little more than 600 square miles of land of the island of Oahu became second oldest and third largest island of the Hawaiian Islands. We got 7 other sister islands in the state of Hawaii, and this island of Oahu is the most populated island of all the Hawaiian Islands, so that's why we named it as a Oahu Island, which means gathering place in Hawaiian language. We have no lack of spotting the whales today, and I've been looking around all over the island, but water's a little too choppy for those guys to hang around. They're probably located on the west side of the island today.
Have a lot of sharks out here? Achy, you have sharks out here?
Oh yeah, lots of it.
I don't hear of them, as much as in Southern California or Australia.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah.
I'm just wondering.
Compared to the Southern Cal, then we don't see much yet. But even here on the island of Oahu, it's not real too many of them. But there is some of them here around the island too. But most of the kind of accidents that are happening in the state is also always kind of Maui area. Not on this island. But if you take the kind of scuba diving like this guy's doing and down here, yeah, you're gonna see a couple of them. But they just don't come up on the surface too often here.
Where is the snorkeling bay?
There's a coming up ahead. They call it Honolulu Bay.
Thank you.
Yeah, today due to the
See the guy hang gliding?
what's that?
Hang gliding.
Paragliding.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a pretty fun stuff to do. Very
Off the
smooth
back
and
of the boat, see?
yeah, very smooth and no sound at all. I did a couple times on that thing. It's fun. Okay, this is the east end of the city called the Hawaii Kai. Name Hawaii meaning new land in the Hawaiian language, and the Kai, K-A-I, stands for ocean. There's a little horseshoe shape of bay coming up on the left-hand side first. Will be the Honolulu Bay, one of the most popular swimming and snorkeling areas of the island. East shoreline of the island, and little mountain on the other side of the bay is called the Koko Crater, latest extinct volcano here on the island of Oahu. The other end is the Makapu'u Point, east end of the island of Oahu. Gonna see a little crater down here. I'm sorry, a little cave. Oh, there you go, big splash out there. That might be a whale's. Let's go check it out.
The cave right there.
Yeah. It's all created by the ponding of these waves. You see all these wavy lines? Those are all individual accumulation of flows of lava. Okay, to the right, Honolulu Bay and the Koko Crater. Latest extinct volcano here on the island of Oahu. Let's see if it's a whale that created the big splashes out there. Possibility.
What kind of whales?
It's a humpback whales. Randy, off to the right, do you see the island there? That direction?
All the way over there, see it?
That is the island of Molokai. It's the closest island to the island of Oahu. Distance of about 30 miles east of the island of Oahu. 36 years ago, one of the local gentlemen swam from that island to here. This guy spent about 16 hours to cross this channel. This is the latest extinct volcano. And the current activity site on the volcano is on the Big Island of Hawaii, which is the youngest and largest island of Hawaiian Island. This particular vent on the Big Island called the Pu'o'o, almost identical shape and the size of this one. 1986, that particular vent erupted and lava fountain came up to about 1,500 feet up in the air. And since then, showing the continuous activities, even now. Particularly this past week or so, they having pretty good activities there on the Big Island now. So now is a good time to visit the island of Hawaii and see the active volcanoes there. There was something around, someplace around here, I thought it was, but
Luke, Randy, see those little islands off to the left?
that's the Rabbit Island. From the beach, shape of the island looks like a rabbit, so that's why we call it the Rabbit Island. Local name is called the Manene, which has same meaning. So I was around here. Off to the left, east end of the island, Makapu'u Point, Makapu'u Lighthouse. You can also see all these wavy lines on the walls of the mountain. Those are all individual accumulation of the flows of lava. We got two different types of lava that exist in a Hawaiian volcano. One is called the A'a lava. The other one is called the Pahoehoe lava. Looks like a no sign of the whales again, huh? I thought it was a big splash, so that was whales up here. Okay, to the right, Makapu'u. And the Rabbit Island, Sea Life Park, Kailua Beach, and Waimanalo Beach. Left and below, Sea Life Park, some of the performance of sea animals, such as dolphins, penguins, and some sea lions are performing here. That'll be the lighthouse of Makapu'u East under the island. And if you follow the highway, there's a beautiful beaches, Waimanalo and Kailua. There's an old filming location of a TV show called the Magnum PI. You see a little hop up pier here? The black guy TC used to fly the helicopter. He used to land the chopper here. And a little bit beyond that, you see some estate along the beach. One section that has a little black line. It's built with the rock wall, kind of Ocean Beach or something like that. Right next to that is the Magnum Estate. That's where the filming was based out of it. And some of the top of the ridge line, I don't know, you can spot some platform right at the edge. That is kind of a luncheon site of hang gliders and the paragliders. Right around this area there. And right hand below Randy, this is the Magnum Estate. The one that has a tennis court in the yard. Okay, kind of left hand below and the right hand below, it's a special homes for the Hawaiian people. Locally called the Hawaiian Home State Land. It's a special homes for the Hawaiian people that who has more than 50% of the Hawaiian blood eligible to lease the land from the state government for just $1 per year. Pretty good deal, huh?
Fantastic.
But yet, I got a couple friends down there, and those guys complains about the price of dollar. Yeah, believe it or not. Because they're native Hawaiians and they used to own the land here on the island, so, you know, they shouldn't be, they think that they shouldn't be paying anything to the government. Instead of paying to the government, they should be receiving some payments from the government. That's how they feel, so.
They got a good point.
That's true, that's true. This airfield here on the right-hand side called the Bellows Air Force Base, currently runway itself is not a usable condition, but still under the control of the United States Air Force here.
What was that, a military airstrip down to the right? That airstrip down to the right?
Yeah, this particular airfield here, currently not a usable, airfield itself is not a usable condition, but still under the control of the United States Air Force. In the morning of December 7, 1941, when the Japanese Navy came to attack on the Pearl Harbor, they came from this direction off to the right of the aircraft, which is about 270 nautical miles northeast of the island of Oahu. And that's where the attack force of 33 Japanese ships are located, including 6 carrier. And they launched about 353 aircraft within 2 hours. And the first wave of 173 arrived over this vicinity and attacked the Bellows Air Force Base. And coming up ahead off to the right-hand side over the peninsula, there's another airfield. It's called the Kaneohe Marine Corps Air Station. They were the first 2 that were attacked by the Japanese aircraft in the morning and continued to the Pearl Harbor. And the second waves of 180 took the northwest to the west routes and get to the Pearl Harbor. Later on, we're going to take the northwest to the west routes to get to the Pearl Harbor also. If you follow this highway out to the left, going up to the pass there, called the Nuanopali Pass, it's a last battle site of King Kamehameha I, 1795, that's where the King Kamehameha I fought the last battle against the chief of island of Oahu, known as the Kalani Kupule. After he defeated the Kalani Kupule, Kamehameha became the first king of the Hawaiian Islands.
What type of mining?
This quarry that it's using the material for concrete. Off to the right, beautiful bay, Kaneohe Bay, and in the bay, you see a little flat island? Paula, can you see it? That's the Gilligan's Island right there. That's where they did the Gilligan's Island. Yep, majority of the filming occurred on that island. Off to the left is Kalihi Valley. On the other side of the valley is the Honolulu International Airport. Okay, young gentlemen, if you like to do a little skillful hiking, this is the place. A couple thousand stairway that you need to climb to get to that microwave dish up there. Yeah, there's about a 45-degree angle of mountain slope. There's a stairway. You can climb a couple of thousand of them and get to that top if you like challenging. It's called the Haiku Hiking Trail. We call it the Stairway to the Heaven.
I'll take the elevator.
This is the elevator, huh? You see it? Weekends we see some people there. Gilligan's Island coming up on the left of you. There you go. A couple times I land a chopper right up there, though.
Not today, Yankee.
Yeah. This is the H3 freeway and tunnel. Other side of the tunnel, that's a Pearl Harbor right there. You see it? Off to the left of you. Normally, because of the low clouds hitting the top of the ridgeline, we can't come up this high to be able to see the Pearl Harbor off to the left of you. You see it? In the middle, we're looking at the Port Island. After the 9/11 Navy restricted the area, no-fly zone for any aircraft. Throughout the year, about 75 to 85 inches of rain that accumulates on this side of the island of Oahu. As you see, beginning to appear a lot of overcast clouds here. Maybe later on this afternoon, tonight, maybe rains. There are about 300 different kinds of trees and 65 different types of ferns that grows here. And no wild animals that harm the people, such as snakes or bear. Just a few wild pigs and the goats that existed in the mountains. So it's a pretty safe place to enjoy the mountain hiking. You can hike around all the top of the ridgeline too. How many guys watched the movie Karate Kid, #2, Wax On, Wax Off? You see a little fish pond right here on the right-hand side? Yeah, that's where they did the film. Beautiful Kaneohe Bay, home of the sea turtle. And straight ahead, you see a little pointy shape of mountain there? That's called the Pumau Mountain. Just below the mountain, called the Waikane Valley. There's another movie was filmed there.
A lot of movies filmed here.
What's that?
There was a lot of movies filmed here.
Oh, yes. There's a monster movie called Godzilla. Right? They were doing the filming right back there.
The real Godzilla or the second Godzilla?
Huh?
The 1956 Godzilla? Or
Oh, the latest one. The one that landed on the New York. One day, I didn't know that they were doing the filming down here, and I was flying into the mountain doing some job, and I looked down. There's a big, big foot mark of the lizard, right? I mean, I couldn't make it up first, you know, just kind of red dirt like that. And later on, I found out that they were doing the filming of this monster movie Godzilla, and then that kind of makes sense to me that what I saw. This is where they did it, and that little pier there, that was a part of it.
Otherwise, you would have reported that as a sighting.
Exactly. And this valley coming up on the right-hand side, this is the Kaava Valley, also another filming location of the movie. Oh, lots of them. Jurassic Park, scene of the Pearl Harbor, Wind Talker. 4 months ago, Bruce Willis were here. And his movie will be coming up next month, called The Tears of Sun.
Right
They
here.
use the same location here.
Right here is where they did Jurassic Park.
Yep, part of it. Because originally that Jurassic Park were filmed on the big island of Kauai. But on September 11 of 1992, the island of Kauai was direct hit by one of the hurricane known as the Hurricane Iniki, and they couldn't continue to do the filming there. So they moved the part of the location to here, and another location was selected on the island of Maui. Okay, a little turbulence around here. This is all private land. It's a part of the ranch called the Kualoa Ranch that's outside of this mountain off to the right of us. During the weekdays, they have some type of activities that are going on here too, just such as horseback riding and some ATV rides and things like that. Both sides of the mountain slope, you see all the silver greenish colored type of trees? Those are the state tree of Hawaii called the kukui nut trees. 1959, Hawaiian Island became a 50th state of the United States. In that year, all these trees were selected as a representative state of Hawaii. Kukui stands for lights in Hawaiian, and kukui nut that grows on the tree, it looks like a chestnut. Contains a lot of oil. So all Hawaiians used to get oil out of the kukui nut to use it as a fuel to light up the lamps. Also, use it as a candle, so it's also known as candle nut trees.
Don't they make necklaces out of those?
What's that?
They make those kukui nut necklaces?
Yes. You seen it at the souvenir shop? Yeah. Exact same one. There are three different type of, color. One is the black one is the cheapest because it's so much.
That's
And
what we got.
Oh, okay. The other one is a brown one. And the other one is a very expensive one. Is called the ivory color. That one is very rare to find. That's why it's a very expensive one here. And some of the Hawaiians, even today though, because it contains a lot of oil, right? If you bite it, it will become the medicine for the people who has difficult time using the bathroom. So easy to use the bathroom if you bite it. Okay, if you eat it. But if you eat second times, watch out now, okay? It's too much, overdose. Okay, you're gonna be running like a crazy to the bathroom. Okay? So don't you ever eat third time, okay? Because you're gonna miss the bathroom. That's why we call it 1, 2, 3 nuts. All right?
Need a big aloha bag.
Exactly. Okay, time to waterfall, coming up on the left-hand side first. It's Sacred Fall. Out of the waterfall is about 1,500 feet.
Have we gone by Waimea Bay yet?
Oh, yes. No, not yet. We'll be passing by there also.
Thank you.
Just a bit bumpier here, but shouldn't be any problem.
Have you done any backflips or barrel rolls in this helicopter?
Not really, because the people doesn't want me to do that. If I can do a little closer one. You see the waterfall? Okay. There you go. This is about 1,500 footer down there. There's no reservoir up in the mountains. It's strictly a rain. See it? Just a little stream. That's all. There's some mountain locations up here. Beyond that is kind of a training areas of United States Army, as well as the Marines. This is called the Kahuku training areas off to the left of us.
You want to play SOCOM, Chris?
I guess this could prepare you for just about any type of mountainous engagement.
Well, time to time, we see some Marine choppers and Army choppers. And only problem is we can't communicate with them. And normally they kind of, talking to each other, and they don't talk to the civilian choppers or airplanes out here. We had this guy, he was a full-time Army guy, and he used to fly the Scouts aircraft, okay, OH-58 Delta model, and when he's doing the training, he kind of, his job is to, hide and scout something, right? And he always called me up on the radio while I'm flying here, and he wants me to find him. I don't like too much of this aircraft, but I like the other one, the smaller one that parked on the side. I like that helicopter much better than this one because I can do almost anything with that thing.
It's only your second day.
Yeah, for this one. I don't like to fly the helicopter with the doors on and everything. I like to take all the doors off and, feel the sensation of the flying. Even I flew that little chopper all the way from Atlanta to Los Angeles. Took me 18 hours to cross the country.
What's the range on that in terms of fuel?
About 200 miles. So every 200 miles I have to refuel. Okay, we're going to encounter the little turbulence once again. Little spots. You see a little plateau to the right and a plateau to the left. Little brown section there. Those are the area that use the, Army guys, Marine guys use the landing zone. Okay, we got another mountain range off to the left. That's the Waianae Mountain, a little rain shower that passing by. Okay, some of the gulches that are below us, one of them is the Waterfalls Park, which is the very last one. You guys visited there? No?
No, we haven't been there yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there are a couple thousand species of tropical plants, and there's some wild animals down here. And also, they got small waterfalls. It's called the Waimea Fall, and time to them, I think they got the scheduled performance of the show that professional diver climb on top of the waterfall and dive into the pool. And this particular waterfall coming up on the right-hand side first. And to the left, all this kind of a light green open field are the abandoned sugarcane. About 6 years ago, all the sugar operations here on the island has been terminated because of the high cost of the labor. We couldn't compete with some of the sugar price of South American countries and South Pacific Asian countries. Okay, to the right, it's the waterfall. The entire area is the Waimea Falls Park. You see some group of people there swimming. And to the left is the Waimea Bay and Taino Shore. On the right of the Waimea Bay, there's a small reef area there called the Shark's Cove. That's a pretty popular site for the scuba diving.
Surf seems to be down.
Yep. You see how calm the water is?
How high have you seen it?
I would say about 4 to 6 right now. 6 is the most. I don't think any bigger than that. Maybe less. To the right is the Banzai Pipeline, And right next to the Banzai pipeline, there's a little curved-in section there. That's the Sunset Beach. There's nothing going on here. This is Highway 99. Also, local name is called the Kamehameha Highway. Even North Shore, I don't see no sign of the whales.
How large are the pods when you usually sight the whales? Will they swim alone, or
What was that?
how many whales in a pod usually, or do you just see them as single?
Most I saw with the group. That's about 5 each, kind of. You saw it? Oh, okay. There you go.
Is that big splash down there? Yeah, that's them.
There was a big splash. Oh, might be a whale there.
It is, because we see it on binoculars.
Oh, okay. Let's get to them then. Oh, they can hear the sound of the choppers, so that's the problem. As soon as they hear it, they just dive deep. Oh, there you go. Oh, the couple of them there. There you go. Oh, lucky.
Free Willy.
Let me turn to the other way, okay? That way everybody can see it, maybe. There. Oh, boy.
Got the eagle out with the whales.
This it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's good. Man, I've been looking all over today. This is where they were.
That's because Chase Skills got the eagle eye.
Uh-huh. Got it?
When are the waves biggest at Waimea? Like what time of the year?
Okay, to the left, it's all Banzai Pipeline and Sunset Beach.
When are the waves big at Waimea Bay?
What's that?
When are there big waves?
It's day by day. You know, there's no waves today, as you can see.
Oh, it isn't a seasonal thing?
Yes, it's like a winter time, this time of the year. And normally when we have a low pressure system located on the north side of the island, then we have a big swells moving to the shore here. That's when we're going to have a big surf. So, you know, today we surrounded by the high pressure system. That's why the weather was pretty good, but there's no wave. Maybe in a couple days, I think we are expecting to have a little low pressure system coming in or something that might create a little high waves there. But it's not always we have big waves back here though. And in the summertime, it's always flat, mostly flat. The Waikiki has much better surf than here, summer, yeah. Okay, once again, off to the left, Waimea Falls.
Again, this is abandoned sugar?
Yes. All this sugar operation has been terminated about 6 years ago because of all this cost of labor.
Do you know the great Archie the Wolf who surfed the 45-foot wave?
Where?
I don't know. Some bus driver told us he surfed the 45-foot wave.
Well, it's only about 35, but not 45 though. That's kind of a tidal wave, huh?
Archie the Wolf bus driver was everything from a middle linebacker for the University of Hawaii to surfing 45-foot waves at Waimea.
Okay, say that again. What was that?
This bus driver, Archie,
Uh-huh.
Archie the Wolf, I was a middle linebacker for the University of Hawaii and surfed 45-foot waves at Waimea.
Oh boy. You don't know how to measure then.
He went to 8 universities and had at least 4 ex-wives.
Oh, okay.
We got all that from the Honolulu airport.
My gosh. You know, I used to fly the small aircraft, and a lot of the I did the surfing kind of filming too. You know, and I used to fly like a foot off the water, and I put the cameraman on it, and we follow the surfers with along with the 20, 25 footer waves, right? I mean, it's awesome though. It's awesome, yeah. A lot of people thought that I was kind of crazy to fly along with the surfers.
When did you decide you wanted to become a pilot?
Uh,
2 days ago.
well, I didn't decide it actually. You know, I started started as a hobby. You know, just you know, sometimes you just fly around the sky. It might be easy, you know, fun. So that's why I was started it. And one day, the flight school of mine that I went, the owner of the school, he kind of needed a help to teach some of the students, and I was already a certified instructor, so, and okay. Then he started to doing all this tour kind of stuff and all the other stuff, right? So I started helping them out, and then got busy and busy and busy. And then I had to quit my original job. And this became the full-time job, and I went to all the other islands to fly for the other companies and etc. Okay.
What's this down here?
This is all pineapple. To the right and the left, these are all pineapple. There are about millions of them.
Now, Dole is no longer here?
It's between two companies, Dole and Del Monte.
Can those sugar fields be converted? Are they going to, you know, change them to pineapple?
I don't think so, because even the pineapple company has been reduced. It downsized the operation, but still there are a million pineapples. It used to be much more. Left and below, this is the Dole Pineapple Pavilion off to the left of you. You see the big maze? The shape of the pineapple? This is you can get the kind of a freshest pineapple. On the other side of the maze, there are equipment down there. They're currently planting the new plants of the pineapple. Throughout the year, oh, little rainbow down here. There you go. How nice. How lucky you can get, man. To see the whales, see the double rainbow. After they plant the new plants of the pineapple, it takes about 2 years to get a first pineapple. After that, it takes every year to up to about a fifth pineapple capable of getting it from the single plants of the pineapple. But the size of the pineapple from the third pineapple becomes a little small. So within 3 years normally here on the island, we pick 2 pineapples from the single plants. You see there's some brown sections, they're already done harvesting. And there's some light green color, those are the going for the second pineapple. Dark green sections for the going for the first pineapple. Throughout the year, the weathers are similar, right? So every month or every week somewhere here on the field, they're planting new pineapples. And somewhere here on the field, they're picking the pineapples also. Amla, Paula? You see this little rectangular shape of section here, green section, with the trees in the middle? This is the royal birthplace. This is where the royal ladies used to give birth. Very sacred place. That's why the pineapple companies are not touching the area. Left it alone. Off to the right, this is the Schofield Army Barracks, and we'll be crossing the airfield. This is the Willow Air Force Base. And straight ahead, that's the location of the Pearl Harbor. This will be the second waves of 180 Japanese aircraft took this route to get to the Pearl Harbor. Left and below, United States Army Reserve, the Army National Guard, and to the right, United States Army. In the morning, there were 97 U.S. naval ships in the harbor. 755, total of 350 out of 353 Japanese aircraft made it over to the Pearl Harbor and began the attack. And after the 2 hours of attack was over, 18 out of 97 naval ships were heavily damaged. And 3 out of 18 ships, which is the California, Utah, and the Arizona, became disabled. Today, 2 out of 3, which is the Utah and the Arizona, are still remaining under the waters of the Pearl Harbor. When we fly by it, you're going to see island in the middle. And this side of the island, which is the west side of the Ford Island, one of the sunken ship, which is the Utah shipwreck, is still remaining there. 54 crew members are killed, though. And the opposite side, we're going to see a battleship, the USS Missouri, which is the 1945 in the base of Tokyo Bay, Japan. Japanese surrendering ceremonies of World War II were signed on the decks of USS Missouri. Also, the Arizona Memorial is located on the east side of the Ford Island. And right below the memorial, sunken ship, USS Arizona, are still tuned with the 1,177 bodies. Total of 2,341 soldiers are killed in the morning, so nearly half are still remaining with the Arizona itself. All the homes that you see below us never exist till about 30 years ago. Even this highway below us, called the H2 freeway, never opened till about 12 years ago. So within the 30 years, they built all these homes. Prior to that, it used to be a pineapple and sugarcane.
Is that military housing?
No, it's all civilian homes.
What would the average home cost here in Hawaii?
Here on the island of Oahu is $500,000. On this particular area, probably like a $300,000 to $350,000.
When you're flying, that private plane that just flew below us?
Yeah, they're coming from the another airport.
So there's never any contact with you from any of the airfields or?
They do.
On the water, you know, there's right-of-way for sail over powered boats or whatever. In the air, is there a right-of-way, you know, understanding between aircraft, between helicopters and airplanes?
Yes. Balloon has the right-of-way over anything that flies. And blimp has a second. And after that will be airplanes, and the helicopter for the last priority.
Because of maneuverability?
Exactly.
Has Ford Island been built up since December 7th, 41? Or is that pretty much the same size as well?
Yes. Nothing much changed it. Only change that we've seen is just the bridge that connected from the shore to the island. That's it. And then closure of airfield in the middle of the Fort Island.
What, is that a memorial? Or is it just...
Memorial is on the other side of the Fort Island.
No, I meant the airfield. Why has that just been closed down?
I think the Navy had a plan to build some homes for the Navy personnel. That's why they closed the airfield.
See the Arizona Memorial over to the right?
Yeah, kind of the left-hand corner of the Fort Island.
Are you allowed to fly in there or not?
We can't do that. They're going to shoot you down.
Don't want that.
Because I already got warned once. I was so close. Oh boy, the airplane's so slow.
What type of clearance do you have to usually give this guy?
Well, it's air traffic controller telling me that I follow him. He's probably going like 50 miles an hour right now. Very slow airplane. Okay, from here I need to monitor the controllers around the airport, so I won't be able to talk too much.
Thank you.
Stadium.
Is the Aloha Stadium.
They insist me to follow them.
What airspeed can this craft get to?
Maximum they saying that 150 knots, which is somewhere around 162 miles an hour. And as soon as I speed up, we're catching him up. This is the speed indicator, indicated about 60 knots right now. Oh, finally give me a little different instructions. Now we clear by the top of the landing. We don't have to deal with this guy. One of the runway out of four runway that we got at the airport here, close to the ocean water, that particular runway was built about 23 years ago. Landfill runway, completed about 23 years ago. And the purpose of building that runway was emergency runway for the space shuttle program over the Pacific. And our homes below us, these are all Navy housing. All belongs to the Navy.
Luke, where'd your uncle stay? Do you know?
No, I'm not sure.
stationed here?
His uncle was a Navy pilot, now
Oh.
flies for Northwest.
Long time ago. Been a pilot for airlines for a while though.
I got a student that he's an American airline captain. He started learning how to fly the helicopter. After all these years, 30 years with the American, and he wants to fly a helicopter. Okay, after touchdown, for safety, just remain seated. The ground crew will approach helicopter and escort you back to the lounge. What did I say? Landing is a little tricky ones, right?
You handle this better than most people handle a Buick.
Party up, dark guy.
Which one's your favorite?
What's that?
Which one is your favorite helicopter?
That one. Remember the Magnum PI? They use the same aircraft.
How fast does that one go?
What's that?
How fast does that one go?
That one can go up to about the same speed. Maybe a bit faster, though.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hang loose.
Hey, hang loose. Hang
Hang
don't
loose,
hang
man,
loose
hang
too
loose.
much, okay?
I don't want one of those nuts. I'll hang
Okay.
loose. All right, man. Hang loose. Talk to you later.